everyone, how are you today? Welcome to your English lesson today. So before we begin, I would like you to have a go at recapping this from yesterday. So I have two questions here. My first one is, which of these demonstrates alliteration? Now, can you remember what alliteration is from yesterday? So I have two options here and you can tick the correct one. It's on your worksheet. Zany Zaid's zippy zebra, or Interesting Ella has an igloo. Which of those demonstrates alliteration for me? And then the next one, which of these words is an onomatopoeia? Do you remember that word today? It's a very big word. Onomatopoeia. So which of these words here is an onomatopoeia? So pause the video, have a go at answering these on your worksheet now. Okay, welcome back. Let's see then. So the one that demonstrates alliteration is the first one. Zany Zaid's zippy zebra. Can you hear? They all start with a z, z, z sound. Interesting Ella has an igloo. That's not alliteration. Interesting and igloo start with the same sound, but there is not alliteration because not all of the words start with the letter I or the sound I. Now, which of these words is an onomatopoeia? Now, remember, an onomatopoeia is a word that makes the sound that it's telling you what the word is, if that makes sense. So it sounds like what the word is. So crash, that is an onomatopoeia. Bang, that's an onomatopoeia. Sat, no, you can't hear a sat, can you? So that's not one. Whoosh, that's an onomatopoeia. Well done if you got those correct. Brilliant stuff. Okay then, now today, let me move my picture right down there. We are going to start to build up our knowledge ready to write our poem towards the end of the week. We are going to have a go at writing a shape poem though today as well. But today you're going to use interesting words to label an image. I've got a range of images you're going to have a look at today, and you're going to label them. Now, to be successful in this, you're going to have a go at using adjectives. Okay, can you remember what an adjective is? Fantastic. And then the other thing you're going to do is you're going to have a go at using similes. And you haven't used these yet, but I'm going to introduce to you what they are. Okay then. So here is a poison arrow tree frog. Okay, and we're going to have a go at describing it. So what I'd like you to do, pause the video here, have a chat about this frog. What can you see? What does he look like? What can you notice about him? Pause the video, have a chat about that now. Okay, welcome back. So I'm going to just write around my picture of my tree frog, and I'm just going to write, well, he's got big black googly eyes. Can you see those? They're quite bulging eyes. That's a really good word too, bulging. Bulging black googly eyes. Oh, bulging black big googly eyes. I've just used alliteration there. Then also, let me move my camera. He has very delicate feet. Is a very, look, can you see with his toes here? Very small and delicate. Very light. And he has black spots. So he has black spots on his legs, and he has like black splodges on his back, doesn't he? Because he's lots of colours. He isn't just one colour. Oh, and he has bumpy skin. Can you see, like here on his back, can you see how bumpy that skin is? Very bumpy there. And he is, I'm going to need to move it again. I think I might go here, but I think I might have to move my picture again. He's orange as well, isn't he? Oh. And the colour on his legs, although it has black spots on, and it looks almost like a leopard, doesn't it? It looks great. I love the pattern that it's made there. But the colour I'm going for there is cornflower blue. So not just blue, I'm going for cornflower blue. Oh, okay. Or I could have put my picture up here. That would have been a better place to put it. So can you see there how we've just built up an image of words all around that picture of that frog? Can you see that? So we've just used some adjectives just to describe it. And that's what you're going to have a go at doing, okay? So you are going to have a go at describing these parrots here. So first of all, it's just talking about it, okay? So you don't need to write anything down because it's not on your worksheet. You're just going to have a talk about it. So what colours can you see? I love these. These are called macaw parrots. I just love them. They're so bright and beautiful, and they live in South America, and they're just amazing. They sit in the trees there. Now, what colours can you see here? What can you tell me about this parrot? About the one flying or the two that are sitting on their log? Pause the video, have a chat with the person in the room. Okay, should we go through some of the words that I've used? Right then. I said blue, but then I thought not just blue, I'm going for azure, which is another colour of blue. It's a name of a blue colour. And I think the feathers here are really azure. They're just beautifully like that gorgeous blue colour you see on tropical islands. That's the colour I was thinking of there. And then the other colour, and I bet it's underneath my picture. Yes, I knew it would be, was red. So this parrot, he's very red, isn't he? And here, and there's even some like flashes of red and flecks of red there. But not just red. I'm going to go for the word, crimson. And that's another word for red, crimson. So I'm going to describe the parrot, the front of his breast here, crimson. And he's really feathery. I love how these feathers are kind of like fanning out as he's flying, and they're even flicking up at the ends there. He just looks beautiful. So he's got feathery fanned feathers. I like that, but it doesn't sound quite right. Fanned feathers. That sounds better, doesn't it? Fanned feathers are crimson and azure. Beautiful. Okay. And then I said, well, there's some bits of green. So in the one that's flying, you can see these little parts of green here. And on this one's head, you can see some green. But not just green. I thought of another word for green. I went emerald. Emerald is like a really rich colour of green. And I definitely think these parrots, they have rich green on them. And then I said yellow, but not just yellow, because this one here, I love that colour yellow. It's so bright. Oh, look, it's almost like my top, isn't it? I really like the colour yellow. It's nice and bright and springy. But another word for it, a bright yellow like that, is canary. And now my picture's in the way again. Is canary. Oh dear. Oh dear, there we go. Canary. So the canary colour is a really bright yellow colour. Okay. Yep, underneath me again. I'm going to move it here because we know those ones. So then we've got as well textured. Those feathers, they're very textured, aren't they? They're soft, they're textured, they're almost like crumply and like almost as if they're like crunchy as well when you touch them. So they're very textured, they're beautiful, and they're so bright, and there's flashes of colour everywhere. Now, those words there describe my macaw parrots. Now here I've got a chameleon. Now what I'd like you to do is have a go at writing some words that would describe this chameleon. Okay, so what colours could you use? What words could you use? What about its tail, its eyes, its back even? How would you describe this? I'd like you to pause the video here. Have a go at that now. Okay, welcome back. I bet you really enjoyed that, didn't you? Yes. So now we're going to talk a little bit about similes. Now, when we talk about similes, it means we're saying that something is like something else. Okay, so here I've got some examples. As pure as snow. When snow hasn't been trodden on or anything has been put onto it, it's pure, isn't it? So often we say that people are pure as snow. They're untouched, nothing's happened to them. As quiet as a mouse. So sometimes people are really quiet. Now mice are really quiet. So we're saying that the people are like the mice. They're as quiet as a mouse. Okay. Now, bees are often very busy little characters, aren't they? They fly around from flower to flower every day, collecting all of the pollen and the nectar. Now, often we can say that when somebody is really busy, they're as busy as a bee. They're like a bee and they're really busy going around everywhere, but they're not really a bee. But we're saying they're like a bee. And then as cute as a kitten. Oh my goodness, aren't kittens just so cute? Yes. So sometimes we might say that the baby is cute as a kitten because the baby looks really cute, just like how a kitten looks really cute. So it's when we're saying that something is like something else, okay? So here I've got a rainbow. So we've got the colours in our rainbow here. And I'd like you to think of things that you could describe that let me start that again. That is the same, is like the colour of red. So for example, my first one is red as an apple. You know those really bright, shiny red apples? So what else could we describe that's as like the colour orange, like the colour yellow, like the colour green, like the colour blue, like the colour purple? I'd like you to stop the video here. Have a go at answering that now. Okay, welcome back. I bet you got some great ideas there, didn't you? Would you like to see mine? Let me share them with you. So I put as orange as a pumpkin. Pumpkins are really bright orange, aren't they? So I liked that one. And as yellow as the sun. The sun is really bright yellow, isn't it? Almost white even. And I put as green as the grass. Grass is always beautifully lush and green, isn't it? When it's been raining a bit and been a bit sunny, it's really bright and lovely. As blue as the ocean. I do love the blue ocean. It's so nice, isn't it? Feel like you just want to jump in and swim in it. And as purple as an aubergine. I love aubergines. And when I was cooking with them the other day, I thought I love the colour of the skin on the outside. All glossy and beautiful, isn't it? What did you get there? Did you get something similar? Or did you get something completely different? Oh, I can't wait to see that work. So now, going back to what we were talking about earlier with our frog, I have created my own shape poem. Can you see it? Do you like it? So what I've done is I've picked out the words that we did earlier and I've put it into the shape of my frog. And I have tried to think about what the colours look like. So do you remember earlier when we talked about similes, when we say something is as something else? So I've started to write in here, as orange as a pumpkin. I used that from earlier. And then I just wrote the word blue there and the word red there. Because remember, a shape poem doesn't have to rhyme. A shape poem can just be words to describe what the shape is about. So I've picked out colours there. And then I've put here as blue as a cornflower, because I said about the word cornflower blue, didn't I? And here I've put as bumpy as a rock. Now we said that he was bumpy on his back, and I've put it like as if it's lots of rocks together. So he hasn't got rocks on him, but I'm saying it's like he has got rocks on him. Do you understand that? And then here I've just written the word spots because he's got lots of spots on his legs. So I've made sure I put the spots on his legs. And then I put as delicate as a ballerina. So you know when ballerinas are really light on their feet? I feel like this frog would be really light on his feet. So I've described it as if he's like a ballerina. He isn't a ballerina, but he's like that. He moves just the same way. And then we've got black googly eyes. Now, children, today your task is to have a go at now creating your own shape poem. You can use the words that you've had earlier and you can put them into your different shapes. I would love to see some similes in there though. So try and get those in for me, okay? So try and think about how you can describe what they look